can't remember the last time someone came to me and said, I was praying for you. Maybe once or twice. It doesn't happen all the time. I was praying for you, and as I was praying for you, God said this about you, sir. Sorry, sir, but God said this. I just said I should tell you in all humility. And what you say, when I look at it in the spirit, I can find that that's what God is actually. Sometimes I used to ask myself some questions. Can't the Lord, maybe as I'm the pastor now, I might be undergoing a pressure at the moment. Can the Lord walk to somebody in a dream, in a vision, or a revelation and say, strengthen the hands of your pastor? This season is tough. Strengthen his hands in prayer. That's why God, you see, pastors will continue to, it doesn't matter what people say. Let people say, why are you buying 7 jets? Even me too, I will have it if God gives it to me, and nothing will stop it. Because the last time they knelt down to pray for themselves was 40 years ago. That's selflessness. You don't find that everywhere. Some people that are even in the same department have not even been successful. You have not successfully been able to pray for yourself in department. Successfully, you have not been able to pray for yourself well. And for every time, if at all there's anything like, is there anybody here that has something they want us to pray about? When it is somebody's turn, the voice may come down. When it's your own turn, the voice to come. There are a lot of things happening in the church, and that's why it looks as if there's no move of God. I am one man. Are we together? What God wants us to do collectively, if I'm going to do it as a person, it means I would have to imagine that God is saying that all of us here now, I think this number is already more than 10. This is already 5, and this is already 5, and that's, so we're about 15, 16 now tonight. So just imagine that the Lord is saying that 15 of us are going to pray every day at least 5 minutes per person for 1 year, for the kind of visibility we need in HPM to come. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because HPM is a collective body. If you say, it's Pastor Emmanuel that God call me, why did he bring you? If he wanted only me to be here, it's only 80 minutes is how many hours? 1 hour 20 minutes. So I'm just bringing it on the basics. Everybody should pray 5 minutes, of which I know it cannot be 5 minutes, but all of us collectively 5 minutes every day for 1 year. Do you know what that means? It means that if I'm going to come into the shoes of everyone, that means I would have to pray for 80 minutes every day for 1 year. That's the only way I can individually carry the burdens of a collective sector. And of course, we can't access territories with 5 minutes prayer. At least the one that Jesus gave us as a basic time frame for prayer is how many hours? 1 hour. So 1 hour per person, 16 hours. So I would have to pray 17 hours every day for 1 year. Some of you don't understand that that's what it means. If I would have to carry the collective burden, everybody's body will have 17 hours every day of his life. That looks like a good thing, but it also looks like an intentional wickedness. Will he not rest? I will still carry out other functions. I will still carry out other responsibilities, both administrative wise, both spirit wise, fasting wise, every wise. Need now is just for maybe 2 people to understand what I'm saying now, and for the next 1 month they will say, you know what, a pastor doesn't need, the average Nigerian believer, just they need to wait for pastor to say, we're going to pray 3 hours every night for 21 nights. And my own kind of pastor, you can be tired of me in a hurry, because God is already speaking to me for January. I say in January we're having 5 days prayer and watching non-stop. I will not tell. Well, it's going to be easy, but it's 3 hours. There's still another one God want me to do in November. Sometimes I'll be looking at the Lord and say, "Say I would have just been an evangelist," because the job of an evangelist is already much on my end. Now adding it to be an overseer is another. How the rare privilege to pastor God's people. To pastor one person is rare. One. I'm beginning to see what God wants to do that men can be drawn to. And if you want me to do it alone, God will help me. What it just means is that every week I will go on 3 days dry fast every week. That's what it will mean. And I will do that for 1 year at least.